I just thought you wanted to dance for people.
No, I want to do ballet that I've been doing since 6th grade online. We're gonna cut that off when we post that. Hey! Now you upset the pigs.
I didn't do anything. Did you set up Instagram?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't know what happened. Sorry.
We'll figure it out.
Oops. There we go. At least Instagram will not know of your dancing. So the pigs were sleeping. They were being sweet and quiet and cute.
Stop. We're having a little grouch right now.
Yeah, there's some adjusting, some grouching. It's all fun and games until Mallory sits next to Millie. So anyone just joining, it is obviously Giving Tuesday. We had a goal of trying to reach, what was it, 9,572. We have a matching donation. So to get the entirety of that, we are less than 250 away. So we would love it if you could help us finish off the rest of that amount.
We only have till midnight tonight to get it. So
at midnight, our offer turns into a. Yeah, we're very close.
We're and so close.
It is totally doable. So if you would so kindly donate, we would love that. If you don't, we will love it anyway. Or love you anyway. I don't know about love it as much, but grouch.
I kind of like pushed on the hip a little bit there. Just trying to like get it a little longer than a pig, so it's a little harder to like really get in there. I don't know, someone's tag came out. Did you rip one of your tags off?
Oh, hey Lori, thanks for subscribing to us on YouTube. We appreciate that.
Thank you.
Oh, hey Connie, how's it going? But yeah, so we got Millie over on the far right. Pumpkin. Wait, no, sorry. Charlotte in the middle. And then Pumpkin right there.
My pumpalumps.
And Mallory clearly thinks she's gangster with her hat.
Well, I was trying not to like lay on my hat when I put my head down.
Gotcha. I thought you were just going like for some Vanilla Ice look.
I'm a ballerina.
Hog Ever, I think it's Hog Ever 23 says it's cold there.
Cold here, man.
Yeah.
It's cold.
And then
ice cold.
Ari Marie 2024 says Sleep Love Fest, which is what is always happening here.
It always like starts out like a little grouchy when someone new comes. Like no matter what, like any pig, any human, like if they're comfortable and someone new comes for some reason, that upsets whoever's here, and they have to grouch about it, and then a few minutes later, the new person settles in and they're like super comfy and cuddling and like nose to nose and like perfectly happy. So I'm not sure why that has to be the process, but it is the process.
And Lori says, get it, Mallory. Get in there. Lady DT Animal Lover says, I hope you meet your goal. Donated this morning, which I remember seeing. So thank you so much for donating this morning.
So much. Yeah, we're so excited that we're like this close. Like we think we're going to get there. So it feels really good to be like able to get that much of a match. So
yeah. Oh, and she asked where Jenna is. Jenna is right out the window.
It's not all about Jenna, okay? This place is called Life with Pigs. Sometimes it's about the pigs. Right, Pumpkin?
While she says that, I will go over and show. So there is
hang out with the pigs.
Jenna and Maisie there. So they are cuddling out the window. But yes, this is.
Look at these. Her eyes are so pretty. They're such a pretty, like light brown, like a golden.
Unlike Mallory, I don't discriminate just because our name is Life with Pigs. I make sure I focus on Jenna.
Okay, the pigs need their attention too. Look how pretty her eyes. Like, she has such beautiful eyes.
You do have beautiful eyes, Pumpy.
And really long lashes. And the most kissable snout in the whole world. Have you ever seen a snout more kissable than that? The answer is no, because one does not exist.
Well, I asked the question if you know the answer, you know.
Huh?
I said, why even ask the question if you know the answer?
It's rhetorical question.
You're just getting your pumpkin love. And we got Odin over here. Hey, Odin. Odin. Odin's a little deaf.
We need to find Oreo's mom.
Okay.
We need to put up like a PSA like on our live streams.
Alright. Oops. Gosh, I keep missing. Oh, there we go. So Lady DT saw Jenna and Maisie. Sorry, but she loves piggies too, just to be clear. And
I believe you. I believe you.
where am I? Sorry, I keep like scrolling down and then I'm like, oh shoot, I forgot to go back, and so then I miss.
Do you need help with the comments?
I mean, I think I'm caught up. I think I'm in the right place on everyone. So, yeah, it gets really complicated because like if we're inside, we try to do our live. Oh, Lori says Squeaks has a heart in the center of the snooter. What is that? Can we see? Their noses are very heart shaped too. But yeah, you'll have to send us a picture of Squeak's nose. Oh yeah, I was saying. So when we're inside, we can do YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook all at the same time with a giant contraption.
4 cameras.
Yeah, 4 cameras
4 phones.
held together. So like it's
I
like
wish
my.
we could flip it around and show. You should stand in front of a mirror at some point and show what we have to do.
I can go do that. Yeah, like it. And so when we're scrolling through comments, like it's hard to like because you're constantly going back and forth, making sure you didn't miss anything. And then by the time you get there, you realize you did miss something or you forgot to scroll back. So it gets it gets complicated. Is she messing with your ears, Pumpy?
Pumpy's got dirty ears. Oh, I didn't mean to tickle. Sorry. She had dirty ears. I had to help.
Yeah, definitely send us a picture, Lori. We'd love to see the beautiful heart on the nose. Squeaks, yeah. That's what I was talking about.
Oh, I think you said Oreo.
No, I said Lori.
I misheard.
Gotcha. It's okay. Yeah, it's a very mellow night. And then we got.
The one thing about sleeping with pigs, though, is that you always want to be, I think I've said this before, but they're wonderful to sleep with because they're super warm and they tend to stay in one place. But you always want to be the big spoon because this is a situation that I'm in right now is not ideal because while they're excellent cuddlers and you can sleep nose to nose.
You should give a demonstration.
Okay.
Then while you're saying that, Lady DT Animal Lover says, do the piggies sleep through the night? Yes, they are very good at not waking up during the night.
Especially in the winter when they do not want to go outside when it's cold. Okay, so to demonstrate, this blanket's kind of in the way. Thank you, Pumpkin. I can sleep this way, which is nice because pigs will sleep. I can't get in there because of the blanket, but you can really sleep like nose to nose, belly to belly. This is how they like to sleep. So you can like press your bellies up against each other. It's really warm. So there's advantages to sleeping sort of like facing your pig. The big disadvantage, which is a large one, is that they do kick out their legs and they stretch out their legs at night, and it doesn't bother the other pigs because we'll see them sleeping and there's like a hoof in someone's face and like a hoof in like the stomach, like very uncomfortable looking things, and they are just happily sleeping through it. So they will eventually kick a leg out and just shove it in your stomach at some point. So that's why, if possible, I always prefer to sleep on the other side and be the big spoon. But, you know, it is still nice to lay nose to nose sometimes.
Unparalleled Suffering says, I could stare at the photo of Ryan sleeping with the 3 pigs for an hour straight. It's just a classic photo. Yeah, I put in our stories the...
That was so good. The 3 pigs sleeping on your chest. Yeah.
That explains sanctuary life without any words.
Yep. I feel like explain sanctuary life without words. Exactly. That is. I feel like we need that one, and then we need Jonna like horns down, like breaking something. Just like.
I was gonna say when I saw Unparalleled Suffering, I was like, Jenna got a little frisky today. It seems to be her Giving Tuesday, attitude problem on Giving Tuesday.
She's got an attitude problem. Maybe you get her nervous about
she's just like, I gotta shine today, and then she just loses it.
The pressure gets to her, and she just can't. Yeah.
Oh, and then Lori said, have you thought of maybe getting one of those little remote control for a phone that you can click through the phone? Maybe it'd be good for comments. Yeah, I mean, like right now, I'm literally looking at three phones. Unparalleled Suffering said, haha, I had to stay away from Jenna this time, but I want to come back for 2025. Well, that sounds good. We'd love to have you.
Yeah. I'm glad you forgive her for the poor behavior. She actually, got a little frisky with Ryan today, so
yeah.
I do feel like it's a Giving Tuesday thing.
Like
the pressure.
That was like exactly what I first thought when she just kind of like, it was a little bit of a but, and I was like, is this going to be like her Giving Tuesday tradition? She
succumbs to the pressure of Giving Tuesday.
Yeah.
And it's probably like around one of the first days that it starts to get really cold outside.
Yeah.
And that just makes her go nuts. Like, anything that looks new, I think that's it too. Like, he was wearing all black that day. Like, anytime there's like something that looks really new, she's just like.
And Marco says, place must smell like a barn. Honestly, I don't. You can ask anyone who's ever been here, but I don't think our house smells like anything.
I mean.
And Lori says, I sure do wish I'd known about you guys when I was living in Tuano. So yeah,
Oh yeah, that's really unfortunate that if you don't live in Tuano anymore, and not know about it then.
And Shannon Hoover said, yay, I caught you live.
Yeah, I don't know.
Unparalleled Suffering. Unparalleled Suffering says, smells like a normal house. So, I feel like that's definitive right there.
Either he's just being polite or he is. Or
yes, he has actually stayed here,
like
so
yeah.
He has taken in the full house aroma for several days, and
Because even if you have lots of dogs or something, you're gonna
Yeah, I mean, honestly, if anything smells, it's like the rabbit,
That's true. She's the stanky one.
I mean, and it's not her fault. It's just she has a litter box, so it'd be like having a cat in here. That's gonna be the and then what was I gonna say? Oh, and the DDT Animal Lover says, do you do tours for school children so they can learn about the care and respect these beautiful creatures? So yeah,
look, here's the hoof. So here's what's happening. The hoof is sticking out. It's coming out very, very substantial.
Oh, the hoof.
It's there's pressure and thickness.
When I heard I thought there must be some nose twitching going on. Lori says it's freezing in Kentucky. Yeah, I mean it's actually below freezing. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
We do tours. Answer the question.
And Shannon says we live in heaven. We like to think that too. Go ahead, tours.
No, so yes, we do tours for people of all ages. So yeah, includes school children. We've had some classes come. We've had Girl Scouts come. Anyone that wants to come, if they want to schedule anything like that.
We've even gone to the what's it called, the senior living home.
Saturday. I think I need to do a better job of advertising.
Oh, we do? Okay, yeah, you need to let me know too. But oh well.
Visit. We do have some people signed up. So.
All right. Yeah. So if you are in the area and want to come Saturday
at 1.
Fortunately, I live here, so I will. I said fortunately, by the way. Fortunately, I live here, so I'll be there, even if I don't know what's happening. So. And Shannon says, I'm 47, just a big kid. Oh, I am going to be 47. Is that right?
I think so, yeah.
In 2 weeks, so. Hello, M. Farabelle from Pennsylvania. How's it going? Yeah, so this is what the pigs will do until about 5 or 6 in the morning. They stay in bed a little longer now that it's cold. Okay, yeah. So but usually they'll wake me up. They just bang on the gate until I. But I'm so I was gonna say I'm so surprised at this bed, and I'm gonna ruin it, but they have not ruined this bed. When I laid it down, I thought they're gonna one day from now have ripped something on it, and
they will eventually, but I'm really gonna be sad.
Yeah, they seem to really like it. It's almost like they're taking care of it because they like it, because it seems like they really. It's like a human dog bed basically, or I don't know if there's another way to say that, but yeah.
A bed for sharing with your dog on the ground if you.
Yeah, I mean I think it's for people who see dog beds and they think, oh, that would be so fun to lay in a bed like that. It's
It is fun. I can tell you that it's a good time.
Yeah, yeah, and it's actually pretty comfortable. Hey, Fonzie's Farm, how's
There
it
we go.
going?
See, okay, yep. There's
Getting
another. That was a
kicked.
very gentle. She's got him kind of pressed up against me, but at any point the kick could happen.
And they asked, are the piggies also considered a pack like doggies? So they call it a sounder, but yeah, they definitely, they have like their pack order. Like Charlotte in the middle there is number one. So if she wants something, she takes it. And Millie's number two, so she gives in to Charlotte, but not into Pumpkin. And then Pumpkin's at the bottom.
Pumpkin's just like so sweet. I
Yeah.
can't think of Pumpkin as being on the bottom. Like she's just like the sweet mom who like lets her babies get away with far more than she should.
Yeah. Oh, and Matthew Lipsy says, are they potty trained? Yeah. So they basically taught themselves to like use a litter box when I lived in a condo for a while, and then they pretty much don't want to go inside. For the most part. I know there's exceptions, and some pigs have issues with that, but like they tend to not want to go to the bathroom where they live because the fear that predators will smell them and then come for them. So they, in the wild, would have a latrine basically where they all use the bathroom
They kind of do.
away.
They have like certain spots in the yard.
Yeah,
like,
there's
they go out and
definitely
go to the bathroom.
they definitely
We've
have
seen it in
areas.
the background in one of your videos when Millie
Yeah,
came and
Millie-
right in the background.
Millie photobombs by pooping in the.
Which we didn't notice until someone commented on
Yeah.
it, and then once you saw it, it was like hilarious. Like, 'cause she totally is pooping in the background.
She disrespect that Motley Crue song.
You gotta go, you gotta go. She's
Yeah.
just innocent, she didn't know. You were happy to be filming her bathroom area. Like, not her fault.
And Lady T asks, do the piggies roll in mud to refresh themselves? So like there's several reasons why they might roll in the mud, like to cool off. It's like a sunscreen. Our three pigs will do it in the summer, but they also like to just climb in the water dish, or they use the goose pool. And Lori agrees, pigs are way easier to potty train than dogs. Yeah, like I think that in general they tend to be much easier to do that with.
So yeah, and I will say like that they, if they could find like a lot of mud, like they definitely would be into that. But they also have a very narrow window of temperature comfort, and they like to come inside in the evening. So we have to make some concessions for they either get to have a mud wallow or they get to sleep inside, and they have chosen to sleep inside. So we have to draw the line somewhere at pigs covered in mud, like not coming inside the house.
Yeah, unfortunately, when they do roll in mud, it actually seems to like you might not even know by the time they come in that they did it.
Come off, yeah, for sure. And we can brush them, if we need to. But
Tanaj asked, what do they eat? So they have like a pig pellet that they eat, but they love peanut butter and they love any kind of salad, vegetables, and like fruits and stuff. Like but they mostly eat like a pellet that gives them most of the nutrition.
Graze all day. Like they eat
Yeah.
grass. They eat
Acorns
hay.
and stuff.
They look through the hay that gets dropped and eat like the little seeds and stuff, and then they go around hunting for acorns. So during the day, they definitely go outside and do lots of foraging, you might say, and then come get their dinner.
Yeah, and yes, they are pigs. If someone said pigs ? Unless you're referring to her, and she's human.
I wish I was a pig. Sometimes I want to be one.
I don't know if you can hear them kind of snoring
They let me into the
here.
sounder though, so.
Let's see if we can hear Millie snoring. I don't know if that's picking up, but Millie is snoring quite a bit there. So yeah, if you can hear Millie, let me know. She's snoring peacefully. But yeah, so the pigs are great to lay with. Like, they're so sweet.
Their hair is really like pointy though, so
Pokey.
sometimes it gets in there. But it's kind of like, not like porcupine-y, but like if you get the right angle on it.
Oh,
like,
hello from Ukraine, from like it's non-Arabic letters, but I think it's Manop. So,
What is that?
good night too. Sorry, but yeah, they're in the Ukraine, so
Hi.
it's like I don't know what you call Russian letters or like that type of letter. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I wish that we could. I wish there was a translator thing on live. It's so like frustrating.
Oh, and Oblivion says, "My goodness, it's a pig pile."
It is a pig pile. It is a pig pile.
Tanaj, you are welcome to ask the question. We'll definitely like let you know if it is offensive, but like we won't be mad unless it seems like your intention was to offend. Lady DT, yeah, they do not smell. I mean, Charlotte in the middle there smells like maple syrup. Like it's like a really pleasant smell. And then the other two just have like,
It's like a thing. Some pigs just like have
yeah,
maple syrup smell.
there's
I
like
don't know.
some
It's
pigs
like
that smell maple syrupy, and
they're talking to
Charlotte
the vet,
is,
or is she the one that told us that? She's like, oh, you're a
yeah.
maple syrup pig.
But yeah, for the most part, like, unless they like directly step in something, like they naturally just don't have much of an odor or just
They
like
don't
a,
sweat.
yeah.
So it have to be like, I think some pigs.
Lori
Like,
says she can't hear Millie over the one next to her.
I mean, some pigs, like, if they're kept in small areas, obviously, and, gets dirty and poop and pee and all that stuff, like, it can get very smelly. If they don't have, anywhere that they can go to clean themselves, anywhere, like, clean to roll or water or anything like that, then, yeah, they can be smelly, as anybody would be in that situation. I would be very smelly in a similar situation. So.
Millie's so loud.
Millie.
I am the Bridget says, why are the pigs inside?
Because they choose to.
Because they choose to. They're sleeping. They like to be warm at night.
In no way do we insist or force that they come in here.
Yeah.
They insist.
Yeah, they bang on the door at about 2 and like make very loud, disturbed noises if we don't let them in right away.
I call it the elephanting. So if they have decided that they want to come in for dinner and we feel like it's too early, we're not letting them in. They make this noise and it sounds like an elephant. Like it's just this like very upset kind of like squeal yell. It's just like very effective at getting you to open the door and give them dinner. So.
Yeah, and Foul Dude said it'd be pronounced manure. Okay, that's good to know. Like, hopefully, I can remember that. Like, I wish I had a pronunciation guide. Like, I mean, I don't think I'm the best at it as it is, but
No, you're good at names.
Isabel said, "So cute." Jam says, "Are they guard pigs?" I mean, if as long as someone tries to lay down with them first, they might grump and let us know they're here. But
okay,
after that, they'd be
I'd
fine.
like to answer this question.
All right.
If I may.
Sure.
The pigs are unbothered by anything that is not immediately directly affecting them. Like the other animals are very like alert, and I don't think it's for the pigs' lack of caring. It's just, caring about anyone else, but it's just that if it doesn't directly affect them, like they just are not bothered. And an example of this is Ryan made them. We had a pig loft at one point, like that was over here, and Ryan made this like pig loft so we could sit because our living room was tiny. So like had a couch so the pigs could kind of sit above us and whatever. We ended up moving it because it felt like they were too far away. Hi, honey. And then they were right by this window, and at one point we had like a miniature, like they call it a downburst, but it's like a tornado basically that like hit our street and took down like the biggest oak tree that we have, and it fell and it barely missed it, like scraped against our house, pulled down a power line, like barely missed it. It was right by where the pigs are sleeping. Like had it been like a little bit to the right, could have potentially crushed the pigs. The pigs completely stepped through it. Like they literally were like, there's no way that they didn't notice this happening, but the tree just like fell and they were like, it was not immediately
It didn't affect
impacting
them.
And so they were just like, what else? And they just kept sleeping. So no, they're not guard pigs unless you were coming to bother them. Then they are guard pigs.
And they asked, Tanaj asked, okay, I'll ask this in order to not possibly offend you guys, but do you eat a certain type of meat? So yeah, we are vegan.
Yes.
The idea of like causing any animal to be harmed or paying for an animal to be harmed, just, it seems wrong to us. There's no reason to do it since we don't need animals to live. So yeah, we don't eat meat, we don't eat eggs, we don't eat dairy or drink dairy or eat cheese or anything like that. That's not vegan. And I think now in 2024 it's so easy to do. There's so many ways to do it. Where they've replaced, recreated the taste.
You can
So,
be a junk food vegan if you so choose.
yeah, you definitely
You can be a
can.
healthy vegan. You can be a junk food vegan.
And
You can be any type of vegan you want to be.
someone else asked, are they potty trained? I'm like missing so many. But yes,
Yes,
they
they
are. They like do really well with that. Like we have not, I don't think in the last 6 years really had an issue with them. Isabella says, I have pigs, but they're not allowed to be on the house. Well, I think they mean in the house. If we leave, will they try to follow us? like if they
Maybe.
want to hang out with us, but yeah, I mean, like for the most part, they'll sleep right now. Outside, they come up and want to hang out with
Oh,
us. And
if they're awake, they will.
Foul Dude said Mayor, and there's no N sound. And then Isabel asked, what are their names? So this is Pumpkin on the left, in the middle. Sorry, left, yeah. Charlotte in the middle.
Get your pigs right.
No, I was getting my left and wrong right.
Oh.
Left,
Yeah.
left and right wrong. And then Millie on the right. So Pumpkin, Charlotte, Millie. Shoot, I missed.
The OP, the original pig, and then Charlotte is her daughter, who Charlotte or Pumpkin was a breeder pig who they were done breeding her, and it's very distressing for pigs, especially for the mothers. Because they actually, the families will stay together for life, so her babies will stay with her, especially the females. The males can kind of be
Hey, Lulu.
out and around, but they'll stay together. So when you take a pig and you use her to make babies and take the babies away, like you're essentially separating like a newborn, or a young child from their mother, who they would spend their whole life, close with, and now they'll never see again. So she got to keep Charlotte, one of her last babies, and most days she's very happy about that. But we're glad that we were able to give that to her after her having so many babies and having them taken all away. And then Millie is the adopted baby who came along.
The oops baby.
So, yeah. She's
quickly to catch up. Hey, Laurel, I saw you comment. Glad you could catch us tonight.
Hey, Laurel.
Jojo said, shout out to all my vegans. Casey said, pigs are cute. And shout out back to all our vegans out there. Let's see. And Jam says they have a python named Charlotte, which actually sounds like a very cute name for a python.
That's actually a really good name for her python. I like it.
And Tanaj says, much respect. I understand and appreciate what you guys are saying. Thanks. You guys seem like really good people. We appreciate that.
Thank you. Yeah, no, we are totally like wanting to answer questions. Like you will not offend us by asking any genuine questions at all. Like we have had people say they mean things to us on purpose. So like asking a genuine question is in no way going to upset us, and we're happy to educate and explain anything. We spend a lot of time with these animals, and we know a lot about, unfortunately, what 99.9% of them go through that don't end up in sanctuary. So yeah, we like to it's something that I think that, obviously most people don't want to see because it makes them feel guilty or sad. And then the animal ag industry certainly does not want you to see it, because then you might feel bad and not want to give them money anymore. So, we always try to educate people on like what animals are really like and what they go through. So
Oblivion said, PNS had a great documentary about pigs that showed how they are smart or smarter than dogs. That's awesome. And then
Fiona and Odin are offended.
and then Magali Imperial said, stop bugging his ear. Well, it's a her, but and then they laughed like an LOL. So because you keep picking at Pumpkin's poor ear. Stop. Stop shoving. I think it's more when you shove it all the way in there and she kicks you a little.
Dirty ears.
And Lady DT, animal lover.
Who's gonna clean them?
The cows love having their ears clean. The pigs are, I'm not so sure how they feel. Like they seem to like be okay, but it also makes their legs kick. And Lady DT, animal lover, says, you guys are wonderful. Thank you. We appreciate that. You have a great night too, Jams. We appreciate you joining us for a while.
Thanks for joining.
And then, sorry, I feel like I'm missing so many comments. Like,
sorry, do you want to switch? I can get out of the pig pile if you want.
Either way is fine. I just wanted to make sure I didn't like skip anyone saying anything.
In the pig pile.
It was so funny the other day. I was like, Rue's not like saying a lot, and then I was like, you can read the comments. She's like, oh, you want me to read all of them? I'm like, yes, read all of them. She's like, oh, there's so many. Doing my head in says, I love every animal. I'm not one of those people that claims to love a dog, but in the next breath say they don't like cats. And then Lulu said, little sleepy heads, so cute.
My little sleepy heads.
Oops.
So when they dream, and they often like to sleep with their snout covered, so you may not be able to see it, but when they dream, they get rapid snout movement. I think they also get rapid eye movement, right? Like, they get, but they also get rapid snout movement.
Milka from Maryland.
And and so their noses, like they have all these muscles like in their snouts, and so they will sit there and like wiggle, and it's so cute because you can tell they're dreaming, and like their snouts just like going crazy.
And Magli Imperial said, "Can you give me advice with his skin?" Sure. Ask us any questions. We'll see what we can answer.
The skin, coconut oil is usually good for dry skin on a pig.
And like the doesn't the flax like stuff we give them supposed to help too?
Yeah, flaxseed.
Oh, my toes are
omegas
falling
can
asleep.
help. We give them like a like kind of a
I'm
supplement
sitting
thing,
on
but
my
if you
toes
just
wrong.
got like a dry skin problem, like you could just put coconut oil directly on the skin, and it's a very nice moisturizer. It smells lovely. Pigs generally don't like to have like creamy stuff put on them though, so you may have to sneak up on them to do it. Pumpkin, I have to put Pumpkin sheds all of her hair in the summer, and so she will get sunburned if we don't put sunscreen on her. So I have to sneak up on her every day and put sunscreen on her, and she does her elephanting noise and squeals and runs away from me.
She's not the biggest fan of me.
But she's also not a big fan of being sunburned, so we have choices to make.
Do you bathe the piggies? So once in a while. We haven't like this year probably like twice. Like I feel like in
You used to bathe them a lot more.
yeah. Lori says I can do anything to my pigs while they are asleep. Trim hoofs, clean ears, anything except just don't wash Squeak's face. It's funny, Charlotte, if she hears me trim anyone's nails, doesn't have to be her. She will like lunge at me, just like she doesn't like try to hurt me, but she like definitely
stopping you from what
yeah. She was like, "This is not happening on my watch, buddy." And then Lori asked, "What kind of pig food do we use?" It's the starts with an M.
Missouri.
Missouri. There we go. Yeah. So Tanash says, "Yeah, I'm a brother from Detroit, and I love animals as well. My family calls me Dr. Doolittle." That's awesome. I used to love those Dr. Doolittle books, and always wish that I could talk to them. And then JF says, "Oh my God, what is this? What a lovely surprise."
This is a pig pile. This is and they let me join. They sleep in like funny formations, so like it's very unusual for them all to be facing the same way. I'm usually like, if they're like, kind of parallel, one will be facing like in the middle, will be facing the other way, and then today they were kind of like in like almost like a circle where they were like butt to butt. Two were butt to butt and kind of like fanned out, and then like Charlotte was like, or Pumpkin was like in the middle somehow. So yeah, they have all these like arrangements that they do, and then they'll sleep like very close with like their noses like right together. Like yeah, it's so cute.
You should try cozying in next to Millie.
Why is that?
Because
why would you say that?
Because
why don't you explain to the audience why you told me to cozy up to Millie?
It would just show a different side of things.
We're all peaceful here, but no, let's. I think you need to explain yourself.
So little known fact that everyone knows if they pay attention to Life with Pigs is that Millie has not yet fully embraced Mallory living here.
Sometimes she does.
Yeah, occasionally.
But most of the time, what does she do?
She will scream her head off and
Millie
get
doesn't like
really unsettled by it.
Millie does not want me to come over there and snuggle with her. Ryan is trying to cause trouble and disharmony in our lovely pig pile. I'll give her a scratch though. Sometimes she likes that. Millie is kind of like a cat though in that way, where it's like she'll want something and she'll act like it feels so good you'll be scratching her, and then when she's done, then she'll just like swipe at you and just be like, nope, like we're done now, and then she makes angry noises like you've offended her. But now she's getting a happy mohawk. See, roll over.
Oh, you're gonna roll over
so
for
she's
it?
Probably picking Charlotte, as I said earlier, and Charlotte doesn't really care.
Get a different angle here.
Pig.
JF asked, did we rescue them? Yeah, so we started by rescuing the first pig here, Pumpy.
The OP.
And Pumpkin was a breeder pig, and we rescued her with one of her babies, Charlotte, there. So we were fortunate enough to be able to keep them together. And then Millie is our oops baby in the back. We had the two living in a condo, and then a friend of ours tried to rescue Millie, and that did not work out so well because they're pig they already had did not like her, so they asked if we could watch her for a little bit. And so we ended up watching her for the last 6 years. Oh, Evans Kate Bill, which is an interesting name, is a romance scammer. They're asking for that classic friend request.
Don't do it.
They have something
Don't
new for you. Wow.
Don't friend request them. We'll fall for it.
I don't know, but maybe they really have something new.
Yeah, I finally got one on my phone number today. Usually, like the one we got for like the business phone gets like tons of those. But I finally got my first random text romance scam where they were like, "Hey John, this is Alyssa. I just moved to Beverly Hills and I was told to call you if I need any repairs." I know what you're up to, Alyssa. I just deleted it. That's the best thing to do.
Yeah, I was actually just at Alyssa's. I don't know what you're talking about. She needed me to do some repairs. Oblivion says, at first I thought there was another pig under the blanket. My dog likes to be on the cover. So usually we'll come in and you have to just assume that they're there because they will get under all the covers and you'll just barely see any of them.
How you can't see them. They just burrito themselves and they're like, you will, Millie especially, I'm always like, is she gone? And then how did I lose a pig inside the house? But
oh, and Lulu said you must be streaming on another platform besides YouTube. Yeah, we're on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok right now. So it's kind of, I just keep trying to scroll across and not miss anything.
Yeah. No one will make up their mind about what they want to be. No, I'm just kidding. Be on all of them. Oh, there we go. Kick to the boob. Yep. There we go. So if you were not here, in the very beginning, I was explaining the best way to snuggle with a pig, and I was saying how nice it is to be facing them when you're sleeping, because, well, one, just sleeping with them in general, they tend to stay very still, they're very warm, they have very, soft, squishy bellies, which are really nice, and so it is nice to kind of be belly to belly, right, and you can kind of get in and you can sleep nose to nose with them, and they have very soft breath, and so that's really nice, but the major downside to that is that they will kick out their feet at night and kind of stretch out, and apparently it does not bother the other pigs, but to you it's just like a hoof to your stomach or your boob or your face or whatever. So, and you always want to try if you can to be the big spoon if you're planning on going to sleep next to a pig. I'm awake so I can pay attention, but you will be awoken by a hoof in the belly at some point at night if you are on this side.
Oh shoot, I think I missed something, but
PSA to everybody about sleeping.
JF said, did you know that those people sending those texts are enslaved in Cambodia? Search Engine Podcast had an interesting episode about this. That actually sounds interesting.
Yeah.
And Lulu said, oh, cool, you guys. And Oblivion said, so adorable and funny about the blankets. And sorry, there's one other one. Oh, and Lori said, Wendy hates to be covered, but Squeaks is buried under blankets or straw or leaves. Yeah.
Interesting. Pigs are all very, they each have their own things that they like.
And Mama Bear of Four Blessings says, mine kicks me too. Yeah, they definitely, and another funny thing is if you're in the middle of two pigs and one pig somehow manages to annoy the pig on the other side of you, they do what's called pass it on, where they will swing their head at you and assume that you will just pass on that they are frustrated with the pig on the other side of you.
There's no, direct.
All right, I will ban Peter. Shoot, Peter. There we go.
I'm curious if anyone else's pigs do that. So if you have multiple pigs and you're in the middle and one gets mad at the other one, do they do the pass it on thing to you? Let us know.
Hopefully I removed it. I don't get so confused.
Are you falling apart over there?
I'm just trying to keep up with everything. And they are super warm to lay next to.
The belly. Oh, the belly's so soft and warm. Belly to belly.
And thank you, Jeff, for telling me that. I will try to make sure I got them off of here. And then Etudes Technique says, hello from the amazing land, North Africa.
Hello,
and
thanks for joining.
Lulu says, bye, Peter. Oh, okay, because I banned them. Or I tried to. Hopefully I did. I know I at least got rid of the message. And then doing my head in says, I feel guilty eating meat. My heart cries for all the innocent animals that suffer. But I think to myself, if I stop eating meat, the process is still going to happen. I mean, the hope is the more people that stop doing it,
right,
the sooner it will all stop. Because especially, one thing that I think I've heard, said is you get to like the 10% of people, being vegan or not eating animals. What happens is you go to a grocery store and you know that 1 in 10 people know that something horrible is being supported. And so it starts to sort of like drastically spread from there, because right now I think you can be in a grocery store and assume that everyone around you probably is eating animals too, and I think you get to that.
Yeah, 3% or something.
There's like the tipping point where like it's just like that someone knows, and so like becoming one of those people that doesn't do it helps to sort of push things so that, because someday there won't be any animal agriculture, we won't be eating them, like it's pretty inevitable. I don't think anyone really likes the idea that animals are suffering.
Yeah, and I think it's one of those things where like as time goes on, there have been many like horrific things that happen in history, and we progress and we change and eventually become more and more progressive, as slowly as it might seem to happen. But we look back on people who fought against what was going on, at the time, because they knew it was wrong, and things that now, women's rights, slavery, gay people being able to get married, like all these things that the majority of people were against. We look at the people, the small group of people who stood up for that, before it was normal, and we think, oh my gosh, those people are so brave, and those are the people that we look back as being heroes. And so I always think, like, what side of history do I want to be on? Do I want to be on one of the the ones you look back and you think, God, how could they do that? Like, that was so barbaric, that was so whatever. Like, how could people think that way? From the hindsight that we have now. But I want to be one of the people that, had the foresight to be like, hey, this is wrong, and I'm okay with being different, and I'm going to stand up for what I believe in, because I know it's right. And then, eventually we'll have this future where animals aren't harmed, and I'll know that, like I stood up for what I believed in. So if eating meat bothers you, I would strongly encourage you to look into changing that. Like, we're happy to help, give any advice. Like, it's only hard for like the first month or two. Like, it takes like adjusting, because you have to like figure out what you like, and you have to like read labels on stuff at the grocery store. But then once you figure out like what to eat, like, it's really just easy, and we taste buds adjust, and it's just normal. So yeah, so I definitely suggest and Veganuary is coming up. So there's a program called Veganuary, and they also do like 22 days where you sign up, and they like walk you through like what to eat and different meals, and they have people you can talk to. It's all free. So yeah, so lots of cool stuff going on soon if you're interested in at least cutting back on your animal products. Yeah. Look at these sweet babies. Never eat these sweet babies.
Lulu said, I was the same way out of convenience. I kept eating it, and then I got food poisoning from chicken 2 times, and that's what finally took for me to quit eating meat. That's great. Yeah, I mean, like, I feel like everyone has like a different sort of tipping point on it, but I think, I think most people, and I dare say the vast majority, aren't really comfortable with it when like they sort of internally think about it. Like, I think that everyone to some degree is like aware and disturbed by it, and I think over time it definitely results in some people slowly change, some people it's overnight, but I think as a world we're sort of slowly evolving towards that point. And yeah, their bed is super comfortable and cozy, and I think Mallory's just going to sleep here.
Sorry, just like, they're so warm, and I've got her little foot right here, and I love her little foot, and they're so cozy. It's so hard not to fall asleep when you're with them. Like, I'm just one of the girls, one of the pigs. It seems like there's plenty of room for me right here, so.
It's true. It's true. Do you want to trade for a minute, and then we can let people get back to their night? As my arms are getting tired from holding up 5 or 4 cameras here.
I have to, because Daddy says. pups. Oh. Oh, sorry, Pumpy. So you disturbed Pumpkin now.
She seems to be. You gotta hold like up here, I think, to get to stay.
A lot. It's a lot of cameras.
Yeah. And then
I think we're good here.
you want me to come in with you?
I do it in my head and said, I don't eat much, but when I do, I feel like shit because I think to myself, that's an innocent animal I'm eating, and I get so angry at God. Yeah, so there's a really interesting documentary, although I heard it just came off YouTube, so I don't know where it's going to be.
I thought it was on Netflix.
Oh, is it on Netflix now?
I don't know. Maybe not.
Let me show you a rumor. It's called Christspiracy, and it was if you are Christian, it is was made by two Christians who were, so it's definitely not against Christianity anyway, but they're exploring the concept of like would Jesus have killed animals? How would Jesus kill animals? And it was very, very interesting. And they really put a lot of work into it, and did a lot of interviews with religious leaders of all kinds. And so I think everyone who's watched it, who I have heard from, has been very, very impressed by it. So I definitely would do that. It's called Christspiracy. So like conspiracy, but Christspiracy. I know it was on YouTube, and someone said it just came off. So like, I'm sure it was in theaters like a little bit. So it's going to be, it's by, the same people who did like Seaspiracy and then, Cowspiracy. So it's definitely going to be streaming somewhere. It's not going away, but, keep it on your radar and try to find it if you can, because it was really, a very touching, documentary.
I haven't watched it yet.
Yeah, oh, that's right. Yeah, I went to go see it without you. But yeah, no, it was really, really good. And I don't want to like spoil it, but there's like a conclusion they come to at the end after like studying lots of stuff that was just like gives me goosebumps. Like it's very like, yeah. So, okay, sorry, you're right. Comments. We're not getting that many. I don't know.
When you get on a roll, like I'm like, oh, I'm missing them.
Oh yeah, yep. We're happy to recommend.
Oh, and I saw 4
bed hogs. They are bed hogs. Yes.
4 Mama Bear of 4 Blessings said that their calendar is shipped. I think, like it was a while ago. And I saw it while you were talking about that.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So he's talking about our 2025 calendar. We have a few of them left. If you would like one, obviously all the proceeds go to taking care of our lovely rescued animal family, and these guys are featured very prominently in that. So you can still get some left. But yeah, anyone who's ordered one, they've been shipped out. Hey, Lizzie Ann.
Hey, Lizzie Ann.
Oh, Pumpkin Snout is just so kissable. Hey, Nanny. I was gonna say Nanny. It's just, that is the most kissable snout in the whole world. Like that one, yeah. I'm sorry, Pumpkin, to keep like bothering your snout, but like you should just kiss it. It's not gonna kiss itself.
I should kiss it?
Yeah, you.
Oh, okay.
You're the one there.
I thought you were saying that to her, and I'm like, ew, that would be kissing itself.
Yeah.
Grouchy.
Now you've upset the Millie. Millie's our grouchiest pig. So the pigs are here in order of grouchiness. They line themselves up this way. So we've got the grouchiest pig here on the right, Millie, and then the medium grouchy pig, Charlotte, and then the sweetest pig in the whole world, Pumpkin, who is the mama pig. Lori says she loves the calendar and the books. We are so glad. Yeah, we have the calendar. We have Jenna the cow has her own children's book now, and then we have the same Christmas at, or is it the night before Christmas at Life of Pigs that we are going to read. We are going to read right here in the living room on Christmas Eve live. We will read it to the pigs at 9 or 9:30 Eastern. So you can get your own copy if you want. But yeah, yes, we are husband and wife. And we are located in Williamsburg, Virginia.
So let's see if we can get our
Hey, Angeli. No, see, if you get up and come back, then you're just going to upset somebody. You're upsetting the equilibrium of the pig pile. Butt scratches will help repair that, though.
That's what I figured.
Yeah. So right now he's giving some butt scratches to alleviate any concerns that might have come up about leaving and rejoining the pile.
This bed nicely fits, 3 pigs and a person.
It really does. I mean, you could probably fit 2 people in there. You know.
I don't want to single Millie out, but I think she just fought back, by blowing some steam out the back end at me.
Millie farted on you?
4 times.
Yeah, that's intentional. That's intentional.
It's not a kind thing to do, Millie.
Millie. I don't see any comments on. Oh, wait. Oh, it wasn't scrolling down. Okay, that's annoying.
That's what keeps happening to me, I think, on Instagram.
Okay. So someone asked, how would I ramp train my boy? He won't go near it. That's a good question. How do you ramp train? So you want to make sure. So one, I would make sure that it's got enough grip on it, because pigs really have a hard time on any remotely slippery surface. And they're also very weird about new surfaces. So it's not unusual that he would be like, what the heck?
I feel like with pigs, just food obviously motivates, but
food does motivate.
Treats aren't sometimes enough, and so if you do it at mealtime, and the only way to get to the meal is by using the ramp, then that may, and I think too they're so smart. You may have to leave so that they realize they can't just whine about it or seem frustrated, and then you'll eventually help them. So in a situation like that where it's something that's not unsafe for them or whatever,
yeah,
I think you can hopefully motivate them with food.
Real quick, Lori said she wants to follow along on Christmas Eve with her great-granddaughter. We would love that so much. We're going to post the event so that everyone can have a reminder of it. And then Lori said that's how Wendy got her name. I'm not sure. I would love to hear how Wendy got her name, but I don't know if I missed a comment or something there. Lady GT Animal Lover said yes, and it's a poofing emoji, which I'm going to assume is gas, is intentional for Papa, since she didn't do it to the mama. That's right. That is right. You are there. Yeah, and we do get some nasty comments from people. We do think, though, on social media, a lot of times, I think that people have, because kind of like Ryan was saying earlier, no one, or the vast majority of people, don't really want to hurt animals. I'd ask any of you.
Ted Nugent wants to hurt.
Yeah, well, but I say most people, I would ask you, do you want to hurt animals? And you'd be like, no, of course not, and so I think that when presented with the fact that some choices that they're making go against their beliefs, that can feel very uncomfortable, and the brain has a lot of sort of natural ways of dealing with anything that makes you uncomfortable, and that can be to make a joke, to make mean comments, to lash out, all that stuff. So it can be hurtful, but I know that it's coming from a place of they're feeling uncomfortable inside, and so they're having to do something to alleviate that discomfort or balance it out, or do something. If people laugh, then maybe they'll feel better. I don't know. So yeah, because otherwise it just doesn't make sense that people would want to come and say things like that.
Just want to be mean, but yeah, it's anything else that's if it doesn't bother you and you don't feel conflicted about it, you're not inspired to attack it.
Right.
Go ahead.
Right. Oh, I was going to say about the Wendy name. I get it now. She said, my husband called her Windy. Poof.
Got it.
Okay, good night, Lizzie Ann. Thanks for joining us. And then 80's time again said, your videos warm my heart. Peter said, cute babies, sweet dreams. Yes, we do hope that they have sweet dreams and may have some rapid out movement happening here if they fall asleep and are dreaming for you to see. And we'll see you in a bit, Isabella. What?
I said I was wondering if we were going to get any rapid snap movement.
Well, I think they're awake. They hear us talking. Yeah. So if they're asleep and dreaming, they get RSM, which is their version of rapid eye movement, rapid snap movement. Do they have a favorite TV show or song that makes them wake up?
I don't seem to like really pay attention when we're like watching stuff. Like they mostly just sleep right through whatever we're doing. But I was gonna say Charlotte used to have
Popcorn.
oh yeah, popcorn. That will wake them up. But Charlotte used to have a favorite toy that every morning to let me know it was time for breakfast, she would push the toy and it would make music. And so she loved being able to wake me up whenever she wanted. Cause like I'm like hypersensitive to like sound. Like the first second that she touches the gate in the morning to like let me know she's awake, I hear.
Well, it's kind of musical. It's like a little metal latch that she gets to play with her
Jiggle
snout.
around.
So
Yeah. Mallory on the other hand hears nothing.
I hear nothing. It's wonderful. I sleep through it all, which is great because when you went out of town, you were so worried about like, oh, she didn't wake up to the pigs. Pigs just had to sleep in till 8, and they did just fine, right, girls?
So sorry, guys.
Right,
Sorry,
girls. Mommy doesn't cater to you at 4 a.m. like Daddy does if you suddenly decide you're gonna wake up.
And let you out whenever you want. It's only half because eventually the thing that locks them in the living room at night like will twist and they can eventually get it to open.
Yeah, so they're like threatening you. They know that eventually it's coming.
A little bit of threat.
I
was gonna see if Tess came out.
So real quick, Giving Tuesday is today. Obviously, we had a few donors offer to match up to $9,500, and the last time we checked, we were like $240 away from it. So it's only good until midnight tonight. So we think we can get there. Thank you so much to everybody who has already donated. If you want to donate right now, your donation will basically just be doubled. And so that would be super awesome if anyone was able to donate even a little bit, just so we can hopefully get to that full match and take advantage of it, because I would hate to leave any donations on the table that we could possibly
and you can do that
get.
At
so
lifeofpigs.com if you want to donate, or if you want to see the books that were on sale that we talked about, or our shirts. There's a whole bunch of stuff at lifeofpigs.com.
Doing my head in. Yep. Thank you for subscribing. Yeah. And the thing is, we totally can relate. It's really hard to have all the thoughts about how much animals suffer, and the short lives that they lead, and the fact that they're basically all babies that when they get killed. But the good news is that we have lots of happy animals here, and that I think for us helps alleviate, or gives us a break from those like bad thoughts, because while it's hard to think about it, like we get to hang out with, the happy animals here all day. So definitely we invite you to watch our videos or come join our lives anytime you are feeling down, because I think it helps to, see the happy animals that are living their best lives. And like Charlotte has been here since she was a baby, so like she knows nothing of any suffering whatsoever. Like Pumpkin's more of like a tough girl, like she knows, like she knew what was up, but like Charlotte's just like a spoiled little diva who has never known anything but being having Daddy wrapped around her little hoof. So
that's not true. You're an angel, Charlotte.
I sometimes wish my life was short so I don't have to see animals go through this pain and suffering. Yeah. Well, I think the good news is, but I think you can turn those feelings around into, needing to change the world. So I think for us, it's like we have that feeling internally. And so we, need to tell people about it. So you can get involved with a sanctuary near you. You can just talk to people yourself. You can do social media things. You can just share things on social media. There's all sorts of different activism groups you can get involved in. So there's all different ways I think that you can channel, those feelings, which are very helpful in motivating to try to make change. And so, I think it's important to have them, but then also to let them guide you towards, wanting to make better choices yourself, and wanting to make better choices, or wanting other people to make better choices, and speaking up for animals. So, but it's important to take care of yourself and to spend time with happy animals, or at least spend time watching them. Is Jenna friendly to everyone? Jenna is friendly to everybody. Let me tell you, Jenna is a little too friendly to everybody. And so that is,
why Jenna has to stay on the other side of a fence when visitors come. Laura says she watches videos of Jenna when she's down because she's so adorable. So
she's
Jenna,
just like a giant puppy who thinks that she's like, just a little tiny dog, so she can like just play rough and just like gets like a little, she's just like stronger than she realizes, and so and like I can like take a lot, so I think she's just used to like me, and like we'll play, like she is a giant puppy, and like I love it, but I think if you're not used to that, it can be like very, very intimidating.
Yeah.
But like she loves everyone. She's so excited about everyone. Like when she hears like someone pulling the driveway, she's like, "It must be for me. I'm so excited."
She hates when people leave.
When people leave, she like moves and gets all like sad about it. If she's like, she like loves people. She's just go ahead.
Yeah. Oh, it's okay. Jim said, I've had many problems with human beings for no reason, but never had one problem with one animal. Very, very true. And then Tanash said, just curious, what are the donations going for? So a lot of different things. They go for food, medical care, bedding, the outside animals, structures, fences, keeping the, heat on for them when they need it, medical care, just everything that it takes to keep them happy, to make sure they have the best lives possible. We also do educational events. We do tours where we have people come over and meet the animals. We do a lot of social media videos to try to educate people. And we've reached, how many people did we reach in the last year?
Like over 100,000 this year between all of our
100,000?
Or 100 million.
100, yeah, I was gonna say, 100 million. We've had over 100 million reached this year. So we spent a lot of time working on trying to put together videos that will hopefully allow people to get to know animals in a different way and hopefully make different choices in their life. So
a lot of fixing what Jenna breaks is what
a lot of fixing what Jenna breaks. Yeah.
But, I mean, like just this year, I think we spent well over like $30,000 in vet bills, like just because of the year that it's been. But
it is really hard when our animals, when they do die. It's really hard. It's I think a big change. It always feels like there's a hole, and then now it feels like there's lots of holes. As they get older and have, health problems and stuff. So that is a really hard part of running the sanctuary, I think. And it's hard to watch them grieve each other too, because they have, very, very close relationships with each other. And when they lose a family member, you can see how depressed they are and, kind of lost. And, we had a rooster who had a hen wife, girlfriend, whatever, who his whole world was revolved around her, and he just every day he was with her, like he just loved her so much. He gave her all of his food, and she passed away, and we're just so devastated for him, because we were like, what is he going to do with himself now? And he really wasn't integrating with any of the other birds at first, and so it was a very long process, but he now is integrated with the other birds. He's got a new friend that he spends a lot of time with. He's friends with the turkeys. He isn't afraid to go in with the flock and like hang out, and doesn't get chased off by anybody, like is very like friendly, but asserts himself, and so seems really to be happy again. So that made us really happy. But yeah, it's definitely hard. It's hard to see them go through that, because they do have such strong emotions that I think people don't really get to see unless you're really, paying attention for it. So yeah. Oh, thank you, Lulu. Yeah, thank you so much for donating earlier. It's on lifewithpigs.com. The food bill is very expensive. Hay is our biggest expense. The cows do eat a lot of it. So, we're always needing money for hay, for straw, to make sure we always have fresh, clean bedding. Just making sure that fixing some things that cows break, because you can't have nice things when you have cows. We're hoping that we're gonna, be able to redo our main chicken coop sometime soon, because it's kind of old and the floors are kind of starting to fall apart a little bit. So we've been fixing things, but we're kind of at the point where we think it might be more economical and easier on everyone just to build a new one. So yeah, and then we have to probably get a new drainage system installed this year because we've had some really, really bad flooding. So that's going to be crazy expensive. We need a larger trailer for the cows now that they're big, if we ever have to take them to like, an emergency vet or something like that. So there's always a long list of expenses for everything. So yeah, so we so appreciate everyone's donations. It's really, really helpful this time of year. We count on, the Giving Tuesday donations a lot to be able to go into the next year on top, because donations typically kind of slow down at the beginning of the year. There's the carrots. Yes, carrots are a big expense. Yes, we get people to donate them. Have we thought about getting home improvement big stores to sponsors? Yeah, I mean, we would love that if they were interested. Lowe's has given us, they've helped us with a building project before. I don't know if they would want to be sponsors for us or not, but yeah, we definitely do put that out to companies there. So Lulu said, my 3 pets are expensive, so I can imagine your feed bill alone. Yeah, thank you. Oh, that's really sad, Isabella. I'm really sorry that you lost your dog. That's really it's really heartbreaking. I think you never really get used to it. Yeah, Lori loves the view right now. Yes, it's a very happy view.
Like, I love the sound of how they sleep. Just like it's like such a deep, like, human breath that they give off.
Oh, the snout wiggles. But yeah, I think we're gonna probably wrap things up. So thank you so much for joining us. We're gonna let the pigs get some sleep, and I'm gonna probably try to go to sleep soon. I'm a little tired. So yeah, so we'll be back tomorrow. If you want to check out our website, lifeofpigs.com, feel free to do that. And thank you so much, everyone, for hanging out with us and chatting with us. We love getting to know all of you that follow us. So we love when you guys interact and ask questions. And if anyone has any questions or wants to shoot us a message, feel free to do that. Otherwise, we will see you later. Do you want to say bye, Ryan?
Bye, everybody. Sorry, I was just going to lay back down.
No, you're fine.